on this app will tell you that.
Yeah.
But, so they gave you an enema. They got the big fucking tube out and the fucking little steel fucking thing imported. Like, it was like they were having a funnel party up your ass. It was fucked up, really. And and you hope you fucking can get off that big bed that they have to wind down, and they didn't have the electric thing, to run to that bathroom that was 4 doors down from your fucking room, and not shit yourself along the way. It was bad. You go through shit like that. When I was young, I used to get embarrassed about the stupidest things. And as you get older, you learn to accept who you are. I think that comes with maturity. You learn to realise these are such minimal things in life. You lose.
I don't care anymore.
No, it took me 20 years after my shootings and that and stabbings and that to wear a swimsuit on the beach. And when I came here 5 years ago and I wore a swimsuit on the beach, because I've got a lot of scars on my body from my torture, and I've got a lot of scars, and I hate people asking questions. I hate it because I don't want to fucking go into the story, and my son hates it when people ask questions. So it's easy for me. I used to always wear a sarong, to cover the bullet holes and shit,
Do people really ask you?
People ask. Oh,
wow, it's rude.
What happened? Did you have a kidney out with that scar? No, I was stabbed. So some of them are big scars, and they're massive scars, And people, they don't mean it, but people get curious. Curiosity. Humans are curious, and we ask things, when somebody's there and you see them sitting at a hospital, oh, what are you in for? You okay? You ask. Like, a conversation starts, and then the next thing that blurts out of your mouth is, oh, what's wrong with you? How many of us do that? We all do it. Even though you think sometimes maybe not ask, but I do. I'm curious. They say curiosity killed the cat. Well, maybe. Not yet. But, it is so easy to think of things that will embarrass you. Don't let them embarrass you. It's people that try and embarrass you because they're embarrassed about those things. Don't let other people's fucking phobias affect you. Don't think, oh, okay, if that person says I can't fart, I can't do it. It's rude. No. I don't mean sit at the table and fart and shit like, If you have to have a fart and it's an accident and you just can't hold it, that's it. No matter whether in church or chapel, let the damn thing rattle. My fucking grandfather taught me that, But it's, and I guess my generation, it's like shunned upon because as a child, you'd be like, women don't do things like that. You excuse yourself when you go to a bathroom that sounds like the vibrato in the bathroom is 10 times louder. I mean, it's part of life. But it is part of life.
The old Dutch ovens, that game.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Dutch ovens? My God, you have no idea. Dutch ovens, Jesus Christ, they're the worst. My husband used to tuck the blankets in the bottom bed, fart and hold the fucking sheets down so I couldn't move them. Honestly. And I'd get out of there and I'd say, I just think I ate your shit particles that were floating in the air. I know he used to just laugh, but it's part of life. It's not something that's going to kill you. But it's part of life. What are you going to do if you go camping one day and you're out in the bush and you've got to shit in a hole and wipe your ass right there? How are you going to handle that? How the fuck are you going to handle that? And you're not going to want to go behind a tree because something's going to bite you on the arse. You're going to be right there and your husband's going to be sitting there with a towel or holding it so you can take the shit because you're in the middle of the bush and there's nowhere to go. There's a lot of things that happen in life that, and you can either stay embarrassed for your whole life or just go, fucking what? I own it. I own it. I own it. Nobody on this app talks like farts and shits like me. I own that shit. I don't get embarrassed anymore. When I had cancer, I found out that fuck, life's too short to worry about the stupidest things, the minimal things, It's too short to worry about, oh, if I wake up and I've got no makeup on, he's not going to look at me, he's not going to love me. Bullshit. Bullshit. If you're a man and you're looking for a woman to wake up and put makeup on and get dressed up, you don't love her. You don't even fucking respect her. Because if you respected her, you would sit there and say, babe, that shit's killing your skin. You don't need to wear that around the house with me. I love you for who you are. That's true love. A man doesn't need to fucking see all that shit. Sure, when you have your date nights and that, when you put your kids to bed and all that, yeah, if you want to look sexy for your husband and feel sexy, then do it. I did it. Did it with every marriage, even Hesham's, and he'll tell you that. And I worked my ass off. I was tired. It exhausted me. It exhausted me. And where did it get me? Do you think they appreciate it? Fuck no. They start slobbing it over your face and rubbing your hair and fucking your lingerie's the first thing that comes off. It's not even sexy. It's only on there for 2 seconds. All that effort you put in, is it really worth it? But yes, look after yourself. because your husbands do like it. If you think it's something that pleases him, do it. That's why I did it. But honestly, I look back now and I just think, you know, all that time, and I was never even my husband I was trying to impress, it was all the other people around him. It was like, I didn't want your friends to think that you're married to someone that doesn't put in an effort. So I always put a fucking effort in. Now, mate, imagine if I was married now, they'd have a heart attack. Fuck, I cheat with meals. Fucking, you got no idea. I'm not talking cheat eating. I still look all right, but hey, my body's got more holes in it than fucking Swiss cheese. I'm not joking. I have a lot of scars on me. A lot of scars. And there's a picture up on Reddit about that scar that you said is a caesarean scar. First of all, caesarean scars go from hip to hip. They don't go down your stomach. I wasn't born in 1930, okay? And if you look, I put 2 black lines if you're on Reddit, on TikTok Wild Behaviour. I put that fucking photo, a close-up of it, and you can clearly see the caesarean scar underneath it. Brad was 3 years old when I was shot the first time. Flipples, you need to know that. You weren't there. None of you were. You didn't give a fuck. So don't talk about me because you don't know me. You are very minimal in my life, always. Never trusted any of you, and I never will. But you know, it is, you know, don't comment when you don't know. And why do you fucking people believe someone that hasn't been in my life for 30 years? What the fuck would you even know? Daly. Oh, Daly's been red carded. I was going to ring you later, Daly. Don't worry, we've got all night to talk, baby, because we're always up all night. But, you know, I don't care about... Daly and I talk about shit like that. I tell him when I'm farted and shit like that. I don't get embarrassed anymore. You don't get embarrassed with that shit. Mate, wait till you're in hospital, you've got to have an operation where you've got catheters going in you and you're shitting your pants. Yeah, people have no idea what humiliation is. And you've got to learn to just laugh that shit off. You can curl up in a ball and go, I don't want to see that person again because this happened. Or you can just laugh that shit off. You know, I'm going to tell you a story about that little Pomeranian that I got stuffed out there, Buddy. Buddy was obsessed with stealing women's underwear. It's going to make you laugh. Brad's first girlfriend name was Anastasia, or Anastasia, she was Greek. She come from a good family and she was prim and proper and she thought she was bigger than the whole world. And the day she told me that she said, I live in Maroubra in the eastern suburbs. I said, that's not the eastern suburbs, honey. You remember the original street directories where it said outer east? It meant because it's out of the east. You know, because that's where it is. It's not classified as the eastern suburbs. She hated that for a start. She used to come to my house and she was sleeping with my son. They were in their early 20s, 21 or something. And one day I'm sitting in the lounge room and Buddy runs past with this blue thing in his mouth and I'm like, and they're chasing him up the hall. Like, she's embarrassed. Brad, get him. And I could hear all that. I'm like, what the fuck? I was living at Rose Bay and I went, what the fuck is that hanging out of my dog's mouth? And Brad said, he won't give it to us. And I said, what is it? And I walk up and it's her fucking G-string. Her fucking G-string. And he's like growling and everything. He wasn't getting the G-string out. Well, that's not even where it gets worse. That's the mild part of this story. The next morning, I'm having breakfast with my then ex. We're sitting there having breakfast. Jason, he killed himself not long ago. And he passed, had a lot of problems. We're sitting having breakfast. There was myself, Jason, Joe Zeta, and Snake Zeta at the house. And next minute, Buddy goes running down the hall. And I said, what the fuck is that in his mouth? Is that a balloon? And Brad's laughing, crying, laughing.
Condom?
He had a fucking used condom in his mouth.
Oh.
I'm in the bathroom with my dog, with a toothbrush, with the dog toothpaste, doing this, cleaning his mouth out, pulling his tongue out, wiping it, his whole face, sterilising his face, losing my shit. Meanwhile, Joe Zeta's spitting his eggs and sausages that I just called. This is gold, he said. He said, you don't get this shit in the Comedy Store in Leichhardt. And Nuss wouldn't come out of the bedroom. She was crying. I said, just come out. What's wrong with you? Breakfast. She said, Brad, could you bring my breakfast? And she was so embarrassed. She was so embarrassed. She was fucking so embarrassed. I said, babe, it's the funniest shit ever. And Brad, he can't embarrass that kid. He's had me for a mum. So he's been traumatised from that shit, let me tell you. Like that shit, I don't get embarrassed. When Brad used to leave the skate park when he was 12 years old and he wouldn't come home, and I'd go up there and say, come home, and he'd say, I'll come home in an hour, and he wouldn't come out. So I'd go back with blackened teeth on, with a part of my vacuum, and I would sit out there playing it like a didgeridoo, and I couldn't play didgeridoo for shit. I'd go, ooh, in this thing, and I'd have a hat there, and his mates would go and say, Brad, your mum's out the front. And he would just come out and go, what the fuck's wrong with you? That was me. I did all that.
Did anyone throw money at you?
No, mate, his mates used to piss themselves laughing because I used to do the funniest shit. I'm going to tell you that the streaker day at soccer. Oh, you want to hear a funny story? You can't make this shit up. My son told this to Lizzie the other night. He goes, you can't make this shit up. He said, but it happened, Lizzie. But, I was at soccer one day. Brad started a fucking huge tanty and did something wrong, and I fucking was pissed. And he carried on like an idiot in front of his friends, and I said, speak to me like that again and there'll be problems. It was a big match. They were playing soccer. And he started carrying on about something. And I said, how dare you talk to that girl like that? It's not your fucking business. And this girl was really embarrassed because this girl said something to him. So he body shamed her. And I got the shits because I didn't raise my son like that, to be smart in front of his soccer mates. I said, you want to body shame her? Body shame this, you little shit. I ripped my clothes off and ran down the soccer field in a G-string.
Oh, excellent.
I had a fucking great body back then, but I ripped my clothes, ran down the field in a G-string, and my son was like, and he tells everyone that story, and he goes, you know why she did that? Because I body shamed somebody I shouldn't have. It was nasty. I bullied her, and my mother did it to show her that there was no point being embarrassed because we are who we are. But I did look hot back then, I'm going to just say that. You look fucking good. Even though I had scars on my body, I looked good. I had a great body. But yeah, I don't get embarrassed. So putting pictures of my fucking titties up there, oh dear. That's got to be an all-time great post, that one. You can't embarrass me, girls. Stop trying. You know what they say? Oh, this will break her. That's going to fucking break. How are you fuckers going to break me when I've already broken all of you? That's why you're still trolling me, because you're so broken. You think we're going to get her because she's really got us. It's fucking ridiculous. Why don't you go and make some chocolate crackers for your kids? Does anyone know how to make those? I do.
Yep.
Kofa, cocoa, rice bubbles. The secret is the kofa to hold them together. It's the secret of them. I love chocolate crackers.
I haven't made them for years.
Yeah, the best way to make them, I used to make them with my kids with M&Ms. You know, in my bipolar moments when my kids were young, and I used to come home from work sometimes late after the shop had closed, and Jeff would have sent them to bed. And Brad would be sad in his room because Jeff would have picked on him, and he was always fucking picking on my son. Always picking on Brad, treating him like shit. I'd come home and I'd say, what's wrong, son? And he never told me because he was scared of Jeff, terrified. And I knew. So I would wait till midnight because the kids used to love it, while Jeff was trying to sleep because he had to be up at 4 a.m. I'd go out the lounge room, I'd turn the music on, I would make fairy floss sandwiches and fucking hot chocolate, and the kids would get up and they'd be like, yay, we'd be dancing in the lounge room, and Jeff would go, what the fuck's going on? I'd say, this is my fucking house, get out if you don't like it. You treat my kids like shit, I'll keep you awake all night. And I used to sit there, I'd say, go to sleep, I dare you. And he'd be like this. Terrified to go to sleep. Terrified. No, I didn't let anyone touch my kids if I found out about it, and you've all seen how protective I am. He was a violent, violent man. The only mistake I ever made was Jeffrey Graham Page. And I paid the ultimate price. A 12-year-old was killed while he had them. And my sister. They killed him. So make no mistake, but I was a good mum. I was a bit crazy and I had my bipolar moments, but I never harmed my kids. They were never in danger.
That makes you a better mum.
It does. I protected them, and the doctors used to be astounded by that I wasn't on bipolar medications, and the way I was with my kids, it used to astound my psychologists and psychiatrists. But I learned to cope with it because I'd seen so many people with these mental health diseases, and I'd seen how erratic and crazy they were in their relationships. I never let that happen. My kids were the joy of my life. They were the only sane thing I ever had. They're my true loves. And I loved them with everything and everything I could have. Without them, I'm nothing. And they know that. And my son says, that's not true, Mum. I said, no, it's very true. I live my life for my kids. I always have and always will. That's my purpose. It's an incredible purpose. Hello, Sock Puppet. Welcome back. Everybody welcome in Sock Puppet, our comedian. Another joke, Sock Puppet. But yeah, so I that was me. I had crazy times because I'm bipolar. But my kids loved it. You know, my son once, Aaron's painted on the wall. A brand new house, 2 days later, he painted on the wall. Jeffrey went, oh, he's fucking headed him. I said, stop. He's 3 years old. So I went up to his room, and that sister on the app will tell you this, and I said, let's paint together. And I drew Jiminy Cricket, and I drew The Simpsons and all these Disney characters out of a train and painted that mural around the whole bedroom. And let him help me paint it. That's how I handled it. That's how I handle many things. Kids do shit. I mean, Jesus, Brad used to sleepwalk and piss in my makeup bag every fucking night.
Oh, no.
He'd piss on you. We had to put shade cloth over the cot for my son Aaron because he'd get his toes like that and climb up the cot, jump over, he couldn't even walk, and he'd slide down the stairs. Honestly, I did some crazy shit, but we had fun. We had a lot of fun, I put a pool up in the middle of the night because my mother promised a pool for them for Christmas, and she never, ever come through with any promise in her life, and I knew that would happen. Christmas Eve, I said, did you get the pool for the kids? Because they're going to fucking say they're little kids, 7 and 3, 7 and 4. They know, kids know you can't promise kids and not deliver. I never promise anything unless I can deliver. So I got the pool, brought it home. I got 3 of my Maori friends there, and we had clay. It was in Hinchinbrook, when Hinchinbrook was first built. Clay, you know how hard it is? It was pissing down rain. We were out there fucking digging a trench to put this massive above ground pool in the backyard. But when my kids woke up Christmas morning, the fucking pool was there. I came good on the promise. I never let them down. Nothing in their life that they were ever let down by me. If I said I'd get it, I'd fucking get it. I got it every time. And they had everything. Even my son said to Lizzie, fuck, we never did without anything. We had everything. Worked my ass off. And I always do and I always will. I still do it for Brad now. I started his business. I put my super and his super into it. We drew it out during COVID. And I pushed it and put hours. My business, I don't think people understand, drop shipping, I have to wake up some nights at 2 a.m. because of the time differences to ring my sewers and sit on the phone for fucking hours to try and explain how I want a garment made. And deliveries that go wrong. Remember the shirts just recently, Lizzie? The guy come up and he wanted 180 shirts and I didn't have it. I only had 133, and this guy fucking 2 days later put another order in, so I had to ring him in the middle of the night and say, it keeps me up. It's things that you do when you're in business. I drop ship and I sell my stuff to companies who then put it on AliExpress and all these other sites. I sell in bulk. I keep enough in my stock here to sell for people in Australia that want it quickly, that don't want to wait the 6 weeks, whatever it is, on AliExpress. So I tell them, if you see something, let me know, because if it's here and it's in my stock, if it's one of my things, I've got it here. So you don't have to go through AliExpress. A lot of things too. They get the designs, I sell them bulk, and then they try to copy it with cheaper materials. So the next time you buy something on it, they take the labels off, because when you drop ship, you don't sell the clothes with the yellow label on. My clothes are in my shop with my label because I guarantee the product. But when I drop ship and I sell it to them, I don't put the label on because they change things. Sometimes they order make 3 of a garment so they can get the sizing right, and they change the materials to look similar. But that's what they do. They're sneaky. So I only sell my clothes with my design label on it and my fucking tag. And I don't say my clothes are designer label. I've never ever said that. I said I wear designer labels. That's me because I make money. But the clothes that I sell for people to wear, mums and wives that want something nice to wear that's going to look great, feel great, and be comfortable for all sizes. That's what I do. Because we're in an arid country. I only deal in 100% cotton, and I only deal in 100% linen. I make quality. Lizzie will tell you, I wear my clothes all the time, my shop clothes, don't I, Lizzie? I've got pants that I've got here. I've given Lizzie shoes and everything. I'm a very generous person. I said to Lizzie...
Lizzie's muted herself.
I know. When I do the gardens, I said, don't bring a hat. I've got fucking hats in my shop, fantastic hats that I fucking designed, and my girlfriend in Byron Bay made them. So you won't find them on AliExpress because they're only here, and they're only here in my house. I do men's shoes, loafers, beautiful leather mules and that. Ask Cam, my lawyer. I do quality shit. Hello, where's Daly? I've missed him. Is he in? We have to make cheese. Okay, we might learn that together. I don't know how to make fucking cheese, but I'm pretty good at learning because I'm good in the kitchen. I do know how to make labneh. That's Lebanese yogurt and stuff like that. But cheese, I would like to know how to make cottage cheese, ricotta cheese. And I've actually got a book on it. So it is expensive to make. It's not cheap. It's not cheese. Cheese is not cheap to make. It's expensive. The product's expensive. It's cheaper to buy cheese. It is. It's cheaper to buy. I bought that organic one today. I think it was $10. I think it was $3 more than the shit one. So I bought a good organic cheddar. But I like cheese and I like quality cheese. But having said that, when I move to Sydney, I'm going to go back to all my old cheese nooks. It's cheese nooks. And I'm going to start to source people that make cheeses and see if it's cheaper to buy them off the actual source. Like the people that make them. Good quality cheese, you can't get by it. But I am going to teach us how to make a proper fondue on that. Fondues are the best. I make great fondues because I learnt to make them in Switzerland because I snow ski. And I love fondues. Wherever there's a fondue, I'm there. And I said to Lizzie when I was packing, didn't I, Lizzie? You've got to pack me fondue stuff. I can't have not. No, we do fondues at my house all the time in winter and they're fabulous. But I'm going to show you how to make proper fondues, my Falcon chocolate fountain and all that shit. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to use them properly. Many people have chocolate fountains and you do it wrong and they go, the chocolate gets clogged and all this. There's a secret ingredient. Then the way to do the chocolate so it flows beautifully. I'm going to show you how to do that. All those little things. So many tricks and that I've got to show you. And it's exciting that I'm going to get that chance to show other people because I don't have a daughter to show them to. My stepdaughter's in Melbourne. And I liked, if I had a daughter, I would like to think that I would have shown her everything. My son's girlfriends have always sat on the bench when I cook. And I teach them heaps. And I'm happy to do it. I love doing it. Some people, oh no, I can't tell you that recipe. It's a secret. Nah, there's no such thing as a fucking secret. If you know something good and you think other people are going to benefit from it, show them. What do you got to lose? I know many people that died with secrets that could have helped a lot of people. My grandmother died with a recipe that I wanted, that she made this sort of hard chocolate fudge. It sort of broke your tooth, but it was awesome. But it was, she died with that recipe. I'm going to also tell you I'm going to teach you how to make Russian caramel, which is great. It's easy and it's a great little sweet to have if you've got a sweet tooth. It's got a lot of fucking sugar in it. I'm also going to teach you things like a Polish cheesecake that is actually got no cheese in it. It's made from yogurt, condensed milk. It tastes fabulous. And it's got you don't need a bottom on it. You don't have to put a bottom. But I made hundreds of cheesecakes at my last bakery, hundreds of them. I'm going to teach you shit like that and how to do things for birthday parties. I'm going to teach you how to make mirror glass icing. You ever seen that icing that looks like a mirror glass? I'm going to teach us how to make that. It's very easy. And how to temper chocolate. Oh, you love caramel? Oh, I'm the caramel queen. I love salted caramel and everything. But I'm going to teach you a few things. Things that you can make when you have dinner parties and things that aren't expensive. One of the biggest killers right now is buying sweets and cakes. Why the fuck do they charge so much for kids' cakes? Can somebody explain that? Some of those birthday cakes for kids are like $300.
And more.
And more. It's
Yeah.
true. Wedding cakes. Why would you get a wedding cake made? I'm going to show you some of the best wedding cakes you'll ever make in your life. And so easy to do. Just takes time.
Do I have to get married?
No, you don't. But if you've got a fucking daughter, and she's going to get married, it could save you thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. The wedding cake that I made for my son's wedding was 3 tiers. It was beautiful. I had the beautiful roses over the side and everything. And it was beautiful. And the total cost to make it was about $60. And everyone said, wow. Each layer was different. I had mousse in them. It wasn't a fucking fruitcake. I'm the fruitcake in the family. I don't need to serve it. You know what I mean? And each layer was different. I've made some of the most beautiful birthday cakes for people you've ever seen. My ex-boss, his son's first birthday, massive, beautiful cake. and his son's second birthday. It was 3 tiers and it had boats on it and the waves and everything. It's so simple. It just takes time. I'm going to teach us how to frost things, how to, do buttercream frosting so that you do it right. People make buttercream frosting and contact me all the time. Oh, it's fucking melting. Put the air conditioner on when you use buttercream frosting. Do not use a warm kitchen or use buttercream frosting in summer because it's a fucking impossibility unless you got it. I used to do the frosting in the bakery in the fridge because you need it firm to go on. And I'll show you all the different types of tips and that for frosting because I do all the cakes here. I've got everything. I'll show you how to do proper colours, to mix colours in paint it, and then on cakes. There's a lot of tricks on cakes that people don't know, and you can make beautiful Christmas and birthday cakes. I do fucking cakes that are layered, that are all. Look, I'm going to tell you something now. One of the best things for kids' parties is cupcakes. Okay, you don't have to slice it. Everyone can have one, and trees of cupcakes are fantastic if you know how to decorate the top. Cupcakes are fabulous. So I'll teach you how to make red velvet cakes. So simple and soft. So simple. It's easy. I'm a fucking baker and I'm a damn good one. And let me tell you, what is Sock Puppet? What has Sock Puppet done that everyone's laughing at? What has he said? I fucking missed something. I asked the lion in my wardrobe what he was doing. He replied, Narnia. Oh my God, Sock Puppet, you're funny. Sock Puppet is our resident comedian and he drops in here and he just says funny shit, right?
Daily.
We love it. Where's Daly? Daly, there's another comedian in here.
Daily is going, Lee.
Where are you? Okay, Miss Maybe you're making truffle butter. I'm going to...
He's 2 comments up.
Where?
Oh, Lee, yeah.
2 comments up.
Yeah, so I laughed at Sock Puppet.
Lee! Hello, Daly Wall. Daly, you've been red carded, Bubby. I was on the live, so I couldn't ring you because you're ringing this phone. I've got 2 numbers. You got both of them. Why'd you ring this one? So, Sock Puppet's hilarious. Daly, there's another comedian in here.
Yeah, Daly, you better watch out, mate.
Fuck. We love him.
Stealing your thunder.
Resident Sock Puppet. And he's funny. Now, you know what, Daly, I was just about to say, if he hears you say you're making truffle butter, I know the sick thing he's going to be thinking of. And what did he... Thank God you're not up here. We'd be bananaed straight away. You and Brad with your fucking sick minds. I knew when I saw truffle, that's why I said truffle butter, because I saw you making truffle butter. Jeez, Lizzie's even laughing. I'm not even going to tell you what it means, but I'm going to just say...
No, don't.
I hope it tastes great. Anyway... Daly and Sock Puppet together. Yeah, they'd be hilarious. I would never get a word in.
Break the internet.
We don't. Do you know what? I can just imagine those trolls. Daly, did you see the picture up on Reddit with my boobies in it? They look like Gene Autry's saddlebag hanging over the side of a horse. I'll tell you.
Picture on his bedroom wall now.
Oh, Jesus, he must have that there so it makes you sick every night. But, yeah, it's funny. We were laughing. They put a picture up of 60-year-old boobs. What sort of idiots do that? I mean, Jesus, are you trying to make people fucking blind their eyes with forks? Oh, Jesus. You guys are funny. You guys are so funny. I couldn't believe that. Honestly, Lizzie will tell you, I couldn't even talk. I was laughing so much. I couldn't even talk. I said, Jesus, Brad, it looks like, they don't even know what Gene Autry is. Well, okay, Gene Autry